What's up, guys? Baker here. Today I have a tutorial. I'm going to call this 3D audio reactive ring with element 3D. And it's a long title. I don't know what else to call it. But basically I got this interesting request yesterday, I believe. And it was this kind of music video thingy. And it's basically this, 3D ring. And I'm not going to play the music because I'm not sure if this is copyright or not. Just want to stay safe. But it goes to the song and looks pretty cool and stuff. So I'm not sure if they use Element 3D, but I did, and it looks fairly similar. This is my example. So it's not, 100% perfect or exactly the same, but it should give you an idea on how to start this and, again, experiment on your own to make something cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a new composition, 1280, 720, whatever. And let's bring out our song. Boom. And I'm just going to push LL and just scoot over to get a drop or something so we can see some cool stuff. If you're going to use this for a music video, not a music video, but if you upload music on your channel, use the full song or whatever, and I want to isolate the bass. Now this isn't the best method. I've used it before. You can probably use something like trap code keys, I believe, to isolate different frequencies, but I'm going to boost up the bass, turn down the treble, and right click the song and keyframe assistant, convert audio to keyframes. And it's going to be driven by these keyframes. So delete left and right, don't need them. And delete the bass and treble off the song. Okay, so let's make a new solid. And this will be our ring. Make it comp size. Okay. And element 3D. So you need to have that. Now please don't post why is my element not working. If you tried downloading a torrent or it's cracked and it's not working, then don't ask me about it because, yeah. Anyways, we'll go into scene setup and we're going to go to the primitives that should be in your default folder. And we're going to use a sphere. Now there's an HD sphere. If we look at the wireframe, if I go to wireframe, got lots of polygons, so very high definition. But there's also a low quality sphere that has less polygons, and it'll render a little bit faster because we're going to have a couple thousand of these. So turn that off. So we get this guy, and I'm going to click on the material and just choose a color that I want. I'm just going to pick a red, maybe blue. Let's do blue. We got a fairly bright blue, something like that. And maybe turn down the specular a little bit, so maybe 0.8. And then I want the reflection a little bit higher, so maybe 100%. And then of course you can just pick your environment. I like to use studio because I like the lights and stuff. So that's our sphere. That's pretty much it. Again, you can pick and choose, but we're just gonna hit OK. And we need to make a ring out of this single object. So we'll go to group 1 and we'll go to the replicator, and the shape, instead of a point, we're gonna go to ring. And right away, let's go to the particle look and bring this down to about 1. So really tiny ring. So let me turn this to maybe full so we can see that. Okay. And let's go to the particle replicator and just boost up the count, and we get this ring. And let's also make a new camera. This is optional, but I'm going to use this camera so I can just kind of rotate in space so I can see the ring. So there we go. So there's our ring. And we're going to go to the shape options, the layers, and we can boost up the layers and we get multiple rings. So let's make this maybe 10. And then the layer offset, you need to bring it back down to something small so they're stacked like that. So maybe something like that. Why does that look kind of weird? Alright, let's just see. So I'm going to boost up, there we go. So you need to make sure, if we have 10 layers, your particle count needs to be a multiple of 10. So if I just start at 500, everything looks nice and even, symmetrical, and all that. Let's actually boost this up to 1500. So nice, starting to get a nice smooth thing. Your renders will start to get a little slow as you boost it up a lot higher, but that's okay for now. Let's get into the audio stuff a little bit. So if you've seen my audio react flashes, this is pretty similar. It's just going to be kind of applied to element. I like to use this particle noise, and this amount will kind of, warp and distort the position like that. So I'm going to link this to the audio output too. So I'm going to push U. I'm going to take a look at the slider values. And this is the main part, so let's zoom in here. Now the values range from about, let's cut it off at 55 here, and then to the top maybe 80. So 55 to 80. So let's go to the ring, and let's go to position noise amount, alt click, we're going to type in linear parentheses, and then what values do we want to copy from. We're going to pick whip and scoot down to this channel slider thing, and then comma, and then the two values we said, it was 55 comma 80, and then the output values we want. So 55 I want to correspond to 0, and the other one to 100. So let's see what that looks like. So it's relatively still, and then it goes now it's really still. So we need to animate this evolution to make it go so yeah, okay. So I'm going to go to evolution, alt click the stopwatch, and type in time, star, let's go with 30 for right now. So not too fast, you can just RAM preview and then see how fast you'd like it, 50 maybe. Okay, I also want to scale the ring up each time. So if we go to scale shape, it can expand and contract like that. So it looks pretty cool. So I'm going to do the same thing. Alt click on that value, linear parentheses, pick whipping down to the slider, boom, comma 55 80, and the default scale was 10, so we'll start at 10, and then the large scale, let's make it 11 for right now. So each time it kind of gets louder, it expands a little bit. We can make this maybe 12, a little bit wider. You can probably link it to the scatter value too, but I don't like scatter too much because it, loses its shape, and yeah, up to you. To make this look a little bit better, I can probably boost up the particle count maybe 2500, a little bit smoother, and then maybe the size it down just a bit, so 0.8. Another thing they added is a little bit of ambient occlusion and some lights. Now I can't show you ambient occlusion because my graphics card does not handle element, so I'm lucky it actually works at all. But to use ambient occlusion, we just go down and go to render settings, I believe. Let's close this up. Fog, and then here we have ambient occlusion. We just enable it, and then you can play with the intensity and the radius, and it gets some nice shadowing and stuff. And since this is all 3D, we can add some lights and make a little point light, maybe like an orange, warm orange point light. Okay, and just boost up the intensity, so maybe not too much. And of course you can move this around 3D space and get some cool highlights and all that. Probably add an ambient light and some random stuff, but that is the basics. You can also make this rotate. In the example, it rotated a little bit. So in the ring, we can go to rotation and a particle replicator, and it's rotating around the x-axis like this. So just do time star 25 or something, and then it'll slowly rotate around over the course of the song. So that's pretty much it. You can add a 3D floor layer and some particles, and there's a flare on the side to make it look a little bit cooler. I haven't taken a look at the audio bars at the bottom yet, so yeah, that's about it. A little bit of wiggle on the pictures too, that's kind of cool. But that's basically it. Linking audio amplitude values to Element 3D using some position noise, I think it was called. Yeah, position noise, a little bit of scatter, scale, and maybe you can make some cool, music videos or something. That's about it. Go ahead and mess around with these results, and I want to see you guys experiment, post a video response or something. Make sure you like and comment and favorite and Facebook and Twitter and all that cool stuff. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and that is about it. Okay, peace.